Open up man.cdl in the dynamics folder, and you see that our agent has segments sticking out the back of his head, which we're going to be using as our ponytail. So if we press play now, you'll see that it's not looking anything like a ponytail at the moment, and we're going to be using dynamics to make it behave like one. So let's go over to the brain page and drag on an output node, and in the channel box type in dynamics.active. Let's turn that on and see what happens. Well, it's not what we're after. What we need to do is turn dynamics on for the hair segment. So let's go and change the string for the channel box to hair1 colon, which is the segment hair1. So let's play that. So it's not quite there yet. Because we switched dynamics on for a segment, it becomes effectively unparented, as the dynamics doesn't know about the parent. So to rectify this, we need to go to the body page and bring on a spring. Now by default, the spring is attached to the root segment, so we need to detach this and then attach the spring to hair1 segment, and then switch the type from normal to parent. And this is a special type of spring useful for constraining a segment to a parent. Let's go and play that now. Well, we can see the attachment, but we're still not getting the result that we want. What we need to do is add some translation force to the spring. So let's try 1000. Well, it's going in the right direction. So let's just push this up to about 10,000. Alright, that's much better. But the ponytail is looking a little bit loose. We might want to give it a better rotation relationship to the head, rather than having it just flop about. So we can do that by increasing the Rx force, Ry force and Rz force for the spring. So let's go ahead and do that. And the 10,000 for each parameter. Okay, you can see that's a bit stiffer, which is good. We can even improve smoothness further by going to the Dynamics tab. Click on the work area, go down to Dynamics, and go down to the steps, increase that to 1500. Let's take a look. Alright. So, the first bend looks a little bit loose, and that's the hair 2 segment. We can fix that by making all of the rotations for the dynamics segments a little bit stiffer. And that's done by going to the agent dynamics and setting for the rotation limits. That force is used to keep the segment's rotations within the limits which are set for that segment. But first we have to set those limits. So go and select hair 2 segment, go down to the DOF or degrees of freedom tab, and you can see by default the limits are set to -infinity to infinity. So let's go and set these to 0 and 0. And let's do that for all Rx, Ry and Rz for each of the segments. So that's hair 2 done. Let's go and do this for the rest of them. Now, doing this doesn't affect anything else because the limits refer to only happen in the dynamics. Now that we've done that, we can go back and change this force. So let's go ahead and try 1000. Oops. That's better. But the first joint seems to be a little bit loose now. And we can adjust that independently from the rest. So if we go and select the hair segment and go down to dynamics, you'll see that we have the inherent buttons next to these parameters switched on. If we switch this off, we can adjust the parameter for just this segment. So let's increase this. So now we've got a good looking hair for a ponytail.